No surrender, no peace treaty, no final victory. Did US win Afghanistan war? Washington. As the last US combat troops prepare to leave Afghanistan, the question arises, when is the war really over? As emboldened Taliban insurgency is making battlefield gains and prospective peace talks are stalled, some fear that once foreign forces are gone, Afghanistan will dive deeper into civil war. Though degraded, an Afghan affiliate of the Islamic State extremist network also lurks. For the United States and its coalition partners, the endgame is murky. US officials said Friday that the US military has left Bagram airfield in Afghanistan after nearly 20 years. Technically, US forces haven't been engaged in ground combat in Afghanistan since 2014, but counterterrorism troops have been pursuing and hitting extremists since then. Including with Afghanistan-based aircraft, those strike aircraft are now gone, and those strikes, along with any logistical support for Afghan forces, will be done from outside the country. Inside Afghanistan, US troops will no longer be there to train or advise Afghan forces. Miller himself is expected to depart in the coming days. With as many as 950 US troops in the country until September and potential for continued airstrikes, the answer is probably not. How wars end? Unlike Afghanistan, some wars end with flourish, other endings have been less clear-cut. The US pulled troops out of Vietnam in 1973 in what many consider a failed war that ended with the fall of Saigon 2 years later. As America's war in Afghanistan draws to a close, there will be no surrender and no peace treaty, no final victory and no decisive defeat. Lately, violence in Afghanistan had escalated. US leaders insist the only path to peace in Afghanistan is through negotiated settlement. US officials say the Taliban are not fully adhering to the part of the bargain, even as the US continues its withdrawal. At the point the Afghans assume full responsibility for the security, yet they remain dependent on billions of dollars in US aid. At the peak of war, there were more than 130,000 troops in Afghanistan from 50 NATO nations and partner countries. They dwindled to about 10,000 troops from 36 nations from the Resolute Support Mission, and as of this week, most had withdrawn their troops. Some may see the war ending with NATO's mission is declared over, but that may not happen for months. Until that agreement is completed, the legal authorities for Turkish troops staying in Afghanistan are under the auspices of the Resolute Support Mission. As yet, no agreements have been reached.